Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Joining us now from the National Training Agency are Ione Hepburn, who is the Registration Manager and Assistant to the Executive Director, and Brian Rahming, the Soft Skills Facilitator and the Tutor Assessor for Food and Beverage Training. Ione, Brian, welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed. Tell us today about the job training programs, Ione, that the NTA offers, and how do we help prepare individuals for the workforce at the NTA?
Well, thank you for asking. Our job training is the second phase of our mandatory workforce preparation program. And this is important simply because it allows the students or the trainees to get a, I guess you could say, a snippet of what jobs are out there and how they can transfer those skills into the workforce. This is important because persons like Brian here help them to go through the process of learning how to do food and beverage.
Absolutely.
We have culinary and baking. We have allied health. We have, let's say, business administration. And there's a few others. The thing about this is important not just for the trainees. We do our best to help them prepare. But what we want out there is for those persons who see us doing our best to say, hey, send those students, send those trainees to us because we recognize that they have some skills and we want to help upskill and help transfer them into our businesses. And so that's what we want to do.
Excellent. Brian, tell us, who can apply for training at the NTA?
Listen, there is absolutely no one being left behind at the NTA. It doesn't matter in terms of your academic accomplishments. We welcome all as we seek to more or less provide individuals with the necessary skills throughout those various disciplines. And so individuals, of course, our young adults are more than welcome to apply, and often we have had individuals from the age of 17 to 26 actually engage in the program. And so again, it provides definitely an opportunity for all individuals, no matter their academic accomplishments.
Good stuff. How does the NTA, Ione, work with employers to ensure training programs meet industry standards? Because I know that's a big thing. It's one thing to be trained, but it's another thing to be trained to the standard of a particular industry. How do you ensure that that happens?
Well, first and foremost, we make sure that our job providers are NACOB accredited. So to make sure that they have all of the, I guess, the requirements that is required by the Ministry of Education and NACOB, the government governing body of qualifications. Once that happens, we can make sure now that when we call these people in, these job trainers, these job providers, people like Synergy, Dr. Adley, you have Dr. Fackerson, these persons, when we call them in, we know that if you are training on allied health, that there are certain things that somebody in that field should have. So we help to work with that provider to provide what that is. When we call someone like Teacher's Aid, Dr. Fackerson, we know that you've been in education all these years, so you know what is missing, what is needed in the school system, and so you know what to do. When we call Mr. Leslie from Synergy, he knows technology. He's been in this business for years, and so he knows what it is that somebody who's going to have a certification or a certificate in business administration, what they need to have. And so this is how we make sure that those students, those trainees, have what it takes to do what they need in the workforce.
Indeed. Brian, I know you've been in the industry a long time. Why are these partnerships important for us to be able to say we have the right partnerships at the NTA, making sure that the training is what it needs to be?
Absolutely. Before I responded, I would say that I am so appreciative of the NTA for allowing me to partner with the program itself. I see great significance to it. So, of course, Ms. Hepburn, Madam Chair, and the rest of the team, I certainly thank them. Considering that the Bahamas, we have a GDP of, I would say, perhaps 70% based on tourism. All jobs, if not directly in tourism, is impacted by tourism. And it's important for us to begin to deposit to individuals the importance of not only the skill set required in food and beverage or other disciplines, but also using their number one skill, which is the people skills. And so when you look at the program, particularly what I run at the NDA for food and beverage, while we concentrate on table manners, table etiquette, and setting up tables, we also seek to empower individuals with knowledge in terms of cultural sensitivity, dealing with perhaps the allergy concerns, having great knowledge as far as the product is concerned, so that they can be more effective in terms of service around the table. And so this is very critical as our demand within the industry have grown over the years. And so what the NTA seek to do is provide now those individuals with some level of skill set so that they'll be able to perform efficiently within the workplace.
Ione, tell us about some of the example of the other training opportunities that the NTA offers in order for persons to be able to enhance their skill set and career opportunities.
Okay, so outside of this particular program that we're talking about, which is called the Mandatory Workforce Preparatory Program, we also have ILM. And ILM is a program, of course, where persons who are already working, they want to be, if they are supervisors or managers and want to kind of level up, they can definitely go there and they get that. And that is certified by City and Guilds.
So upskilling is available at the NTA.
Yes. Now, there's also what we are trying to bring on board, and this is something new. What we find that every time there is a registration for our mandatory program, there are always more persons than we can truly take, whether it is because these persons are not in that 16 to 26 range, or they're already working, or whether there's another reason we can't take them. So what we have decided to do is still find a way to give some training to these persons. So coming on stream soon will be what we haven't decided the name quite yet, but what we will be doing is doing some sort of leveling up for those persons, whether through customer service, communication, attitude, performance, those kind of things, so that you can come in, do a one-day training with us, and while you don't get the benefit of the 14 weeks that we offer, you get to move from where you are to where we believe you and the industry believe that you need to be. And so that's what we want to do soon.
So tell us, how can people find out more about the programs and partnerships at the NTA?
Well, all you have to do is go on our website, which is ntabahamas.org, or you can email us at ntaregisternow@bahamas.gov.bs, or you just walk in. I mean, that's always the best way.
Where is your office?
Our office is on Gladstone Road and Munnings Road.
Excellent.
So just come in, ask. We have something for just about everybody.
Indeed. And Brian, very quickly, why would you encourage any young Bahamian or any aspiring professional to be involved with the NTA? Looking back at your career, why would you encourage them?
Considering that, I am a perfect example of starting at the entry level and having risen to the managerial capacity within the organizations that I've actually been affiliated with. We have individuals who have passed through the NTA program today who are successful entrepreneurs. We have individuals who have passed through the NTA program prior to their one-week internship was hired on the spot. We have produced productive citizens at the NTA. And so you know what our message is, no matter what the past look like, we have a bright future for you at the NTA.
Indeed. Ione Hepburn, Registration Manager and Assistant to the Executive Director, and Brian Rahming, Soft Skills Facilitator and Tutor Assessor for Food and Beverage at the NTA. Thank you both for being here with me on Bahamas at Sunrise this morning.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back.